So hi everybody, it's Pam, and I wanted to show you what I was busy making today. I just got inspired because I love to do collaging, and then this is how I love to do that. This is a booklet that I'm making to keep the records of the accounts that I have for online paying, because when we'll be traveling, I'll have to use my laptop to pay bills. So I thought I need something to put the record everything so I know what my passwords are and the account numbers and whatever. So I had previously made this kind of let me find out the card there. This is for, come on, focus, focus, focus. Okay. This is for putting in on your websites, your username, your password, and what the last update of what you would do. Can you see that okay? It's hard to get it to focus on this bright lighting. I'm sorry, but I wanted, anyway, I made these a few years back, and it's double-sided. So it was my own design to make a booklet for that. And I do have one that I use for everything. It's kind of getting old and crunchy, but I thought I'd make one just to keep into my bill paying book and have everything that I need to know how to access it and all that sort of thing for each bill that we have coming into our home. So, and if we're traveling, because we recently purchased a trailer, a Grand Design Imagine 2600 RB. RB stands for rear bath. But it's in storage now because of the virus and everything. We can't travel, and all the campgrounds are pretty much closed anyway. But we're outfitting it all with everything. So I thought this will work for me. So I wanted to just, because it was just plain. This is all it was, just plain paper, cardstock. That's all it is. So I wanted it to look pretty, give my own accent on it. So I'm going to show you how I did this because I think it's a lot of fun to do, but it does give a great interest on your, and I put Mod Podge on top of it, and this is the glossy, and that keeps it clean for sure, when you're moving it around or whatever. But anyway, I just thought you'd like to see what I was doing, and this is all the different papers that I have cut up and have inked them, and I'll show you how I do all that. So here's the mess of papers. Let me kind of broaden back out a little bit so you can see. Okay. Now what I use also is this wonderful scissors. It's called the Deckled Edge by Fiskars. Come on, focus in. You're supposed to autofocus, and it doesn't always want to do that. Anyway, this is my webcam, so that's why I'm having a problem with it. But I use these, and I use them to cut up some papers. Now this is all steampunk papers that I downloaded, but I love all the little characters they have in it and stuff. So what I do is do that. If I want to keep the hand, I'll just keep it in that position and take off the edge because I don't want them too big. Anyway, so there's that. I can cut off the top of that. And I like the gears, but I don't want all of them. And I'll just cut that in half. But sometimes they even cut diagonal to make interest. Like this is other stuff that I found that I like the color. And here's other things that I've done. I even take book pages and just cut those up. I don't know if you can see, this has got out of a book, and this, and I have some little numbers that I'm going to add to it. And then this is something I downloaded for, it's for perfume, and I just thought they were kind of pretty, so I'm just going to use a portion of this because I like to have the wordage. So I'm going to put that over there. And so anyway, just cutting it all up, making pieces. But now here comes the part where when I have to ink them up. So let me get this out of the way. Oh, I like this too. Let me cut this one up. I like this one. I like it because of the color. I like to keep it in the tans and the beige. And sometimes, like I threw in that blue with the white, which I love. So anyway, this is just going to cut it up with my little deckled scissors and then cut it up in pieces again. So get all the rid of this paper because it's not anything I need. I'll put this aside. And scraps, I don't really need that. So I like to try to keep all the scraps out of it because that you're not using the scraps, you're using just pieces of paper that you like. And I think I'll cut that diagonal also. That's kind of neat when it goes diagonal. And where'd the other one go? Okay. It's okay. I can't find it. It'll pop up. All right. So I'm going to cut this like that because that needs to go. All right. So we got all our papers trimmed. Oh, here it is. That's the other part of it. And I like to do thin pieces also, so we can just ink those up on the edges. I don't need that one. Okay, now what I use is I usually have a glass top here that I purchased online so that I can ink on it and it wipes off clean. But right now I'm just going to use this tile piece, which I had a smaller one, but I thought I'd better bring out this one so that we can see how things go. Anyway, this is a piece of tile, and it's got rubber stoppers on the bottom. But this is how I ink on stuff. And what I'm using is vintage photo and a little dauber. My sponge's getting kind of old, but it's not creepy yet. So, okay, so what I do is take the papers that I'm going to ink, and I just go like this all around the edges. If I like it heavy, if I like it dark, it just depends. I just keep inking, and if I get the look I like, and then I do it right on the edges, just like that, just swiping it off. And this is, like I said, it's vintage photo. And I didn't cut that one, so here's another piece. So all of these get all the white off the edges. When you cut it, you still have the white, and then sometimes I put a little dab inside. And so what I'm going to do is get all this inked up, and what I might do is just pause this so you don't have to watch me inking everything. Although that's, it's kind of fun, but I do like to do it against the glass here because that just wipes off. And I don't care if it gets on it when I'm doing this, but yeah, it looks good. So let's see, I'll do one more piece and then I'll pause, get it all done, and then I'll come back on. Okay, so don't go away. I'll come back and show you what I do. Okay,